Hello everyone, I have an update from the world of Clallam County's struggle with Antifa. Will we make it? It seems there was an incident in Forks, Washington. In case you don't know, Forks is a small community very close to the northwest tip of the continental United States. It's about 60 miles from anywhere that you've ever heard of. And those places you may only have heard of. It's a sort of a two-stoplight community. Everybody knows everybody. It seems that there was a family out there that were not from in town, and they went to the little local store there to get some provisions, and they were confronted by the people of Forks, who apparently asked them if they were in Antifa. I assume this has something to do with the way that they look. That sort of dirty, whatever, punker, cruster look that a lot of these Antifa members seem to have. I don't know. I'm getting all this, by the way, from the Peninsula Daily News. I'll leave a link in the description at some point. But this is a very short article reporting on this. This is the only information that I have. So, that's very little. But what seems to have happened is they were harassed in this parking lot. The paper says that something about they had to go around cars to get out of a parking lot. It's like, that's kind of how fucking parking lots work. You don't drive through cars, and if you can move around cars to get out, you're not blocked in. They were in a bus, by the way. So this is a lot of local sensationalism. And the story does get more interesting. So apparently this family of campers from out of town, but let me go back just a little bit. It is illegal to camp in in Clallam County if you're from out of town. It's part of the phase 2 lockdown, whatever. It's a special phase 2 that Clallam County set up. So now I don't agree with any of that. And I think the idea that, the people of Forks own a road is fucking podunk as hell. And the idea that it's any of their business what these people were doing is podunk as hell. That being said, it is illegal to camp in the county if you're from out of the county. So, if you're going to do that in Forks, which is very small and very podunk and very sort of insular, you're going to get questioned. And it's not clear whether, there's no doubt that was part of the questioning. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be in the county. It's not like Forks doesn't get thousands of visitors every year. So it's not like these people are harassing everyone that comes through. In this particular case, though, may be justified given that, again, it's illegal to camp locally if you're from out of town, which, again, is bullshit. But it is also what you get if you go to Forks. Why are you surprised, idiot? But the story gets more interesting and a little more crazy. It seems that they went back to their camping area, and some young teens, some high school students, felled a couple of trees along their path out. Those same high school students then proceeded to call the cops because they were camping. I'm guessing I'm sure it has to do with this stupid phase 2 lockdown order, which they seem to have been violating, which, if you're concerned about, you're a dick. But I guess if you're a Forks High School student, you're probably a dick. If you're walking around with a chainsaw and sawing down trees, you're probably a dick. No disrespect, by the way. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. In this case, it's not a great thing, obviously, but all in all, people out here, some people are, we're dicks. Anyway, felled some trees, called the cops, and then the cops came in and cut these people, said, move the trees, and the kids cut the trees out of the way, and then it's not clear what happened after that to me. From the article, it looks like the people from the people from out of town left, had a breakdown issue, and I'm not sure where they ended up, whether they ended up staying in the county or not. I'm guessing they left because it's illegal, again, to camp in the county, which, again, is stupid. So that's the story. it may seem a bit extreme. They felled some some alder trees. They were probably little guys, and this is Forks, and this is what you have. You got high school kids with chainsaws that saw down trees. The fact that they called the cops indicates to me that it's not really as sinister as it seems. In other words, they were earnestly trying to stop the commission of what they believe to be a crime, and they didn't take direct action against these people and threaten or harm them. Now, that information is unfounded, and if they did in fact threaten or harm them, that would certainly change my take on this. But the fact that the kids themselves called the cops and said, there are these people here, they're camping, they shouldn't be, we got them locked in, come down. It's the kind of shit that happens in Forks. I mean, and it's not like anybody actually got hurt. You're not actually trapped in a parking lot if you can drive out. It sounds like some people. Now, that being said, I don't know these people. They're probably not from a place much like this. I'm guessing, I haven't never even seen a picture of them, but I'm guessing they're from a more urban area where the sound of a chainsaw would be pretty freaky. So I'm not saying these kids didn't commit a crime, and I'm not saying that this is great, but crime of the century, come on, calm down, right? There are people being stoned to death in America. There are fucking buildings on fire. There are fucking, there's all this terrible shit going on, and you really can't, especially if you're like super pro-protester, right? If you're like, we tried to kneel. If you're one of these fucking idiots, we tried to kneel. It's like, you didn't even kneel. You shut up. Fucking hashtagging I'm with Colin 3 years ago once is you knelt, gotcha. But we tried to kneel, and you're out getting and blocking traffic and shit. You really can't bitch about this one. If you don't have a problem with people blocking traffic, you can't bitch about the people in Forks blocking traffic. Now, that being said, I disagree with all of it. I think you should get the fuck out of the road, and I think, fellas, Forks, I don't know what was in your heart there, whether it was good intentions or bad, but seriously, it's not your fucking job to sniff everybody's fucking bicycle seat, so just fuck off and, you quit harassing tourists.